Hello everyone, and welcome back to Daily Dose of English. I'm Tom, your English teacher and friend. Today we have a special lesson that will change how you practice English every day. We're going to talk about something very practical: how to use English at home, in your daily life, even if you live in a country where nobody speaks English. Many students tell me, "Tom, I study English for hours, but I never use it in real life." Well, today that changes. I'm going to show you exactly how to turn your home into an English learning environment. We'll learn useful vocabulary for every room, practice real conversations you might have at home, and I'll teach you a special technique to think in English while doing everyday activities. By the end of this lesson, you'll know how to describe your morning routine, talk about cooking, discuss household chores, and even have conversations with yourself in English. Yes, talking to yourself is actually a great way to practice. We'll also do lots of shadowing practice, so get ready to use your voice. Are you ready? Let's make English part of your real life starting right now. Part 1. Morning routine. Starting your day in English. Let's begin with the morning, because how you start your day is very important. From the moment you wake up, you can practice English. Let me teach you some useful phrases and vocabulary. First, let's learn how to describe waking up. Listen carefully and repeat after me. My alarm clock rings at 6:30. My alarm clock rings at 6:30. Now you repeat. Sometimes I hit the snooze button. Sometimes I hit the snooze button. Now you repeat. I wake up slowly and stretch my arms. I wake up slowly and stretch my arms. Now you repeat. Now here's a tip. When your alarm rings tomorrow morning, say these words out loud in English. Even if you're tired, even if your voice is sleepy, just say, "Time to wake up." It's a small habit, but it starts your brain thinking in English. Let's continue with more morning vocabulary. These are things you do every morning, so why not describe them in English? I get out of bed and put on my slippers. I get out of bed and put on my slippers. Now you repeat. I walk to the bathroom to wash my face. I walk to the bathroom to wash my face. Now you repeat. The water is cold and it wakes me up. The water is cold and it wakes me up. Now you repeat. Now let me share a funny story. Yesterday I was so sleepy that I almost brushed my teeth with face cream instead of toothpaste. Has that ever happened to you? These silly morning moments are perfect for practicing English. You can laugh and learn at the same time. Let's practice more bathroom vocabulary. I brush my teeth for 2 minutes. I brush my teeth for 2 minutes. Now you repeat. I take a quick shower with warm water. I take a quick shower with warm water. Now you repeat. I dry myself with a soft towel. I dry myself with a soft towel. Now you repeat. Here's something interesting. Did you know that in English we say take a shower, not make a shower? It's one of those expressions that you just need to remember. We take a shower, take a bath, take a break, and take our time. Now let's move to getting dressed. This is perfect for daily practice because you do it every single day. I open my closet and choose my clothes. I open my closet and choose my clothes. Now you repeat. Today I'll wear jeans and a blue shirt. Today I'll wear jeans and a blue shirt. Now you repeat. These socks don't match. I need different ones. These socks don't match. I need different ones. Now you repeat. Part 2. Kitchen vocabulary and breakfast conversations. Now let's move to the kitchen, my favourite room in the house. The kitchen is full of opportunities to practice English. Every time you cook or eat, you can learn new words and phrases. First, let's learn the names of common kitchen items. The plates are in the cupboard above the sink. The plates are in the cupboard above the sink. Now you repeat. I need a knife to cut the bread. I need a knife to cut the bread. Now you repeat. The frying pan is on the stove. The frying pan is on the stove. Now you repeat. Now here's a challenge for you. Tomorrow morning when you make breakfast, try to think in English. Don't translate from your language. Think directly in English. For example, instead of thinking in your language and then translating, think, I need eggs. Where are the eggs? Oh, they're in the fridge. Let's practice some breakfast conversations. Imagine you're making breakfast for your family. What would you like for breakfast? What would you like for breakfast? Now you repeat. Would you prefer tea or coffee? Would you prefer tea or coffee? Now you repeat. The toast is ready. Be careful. It's hot. The toast is ready. Be careful, it's hot. Now you repeat. Let me teach you a useful expression. When something is cooking and smells good, we say, something smells delicious. Try it. Something smells delicious. Something smells delicious. Now you repeat. Now let's practice describing how to make simple breakfast items. This is great for learning cooking verbs. First, I crack 2 eggs into a bowl. First, I crack 2 eggs into a bowl. Now you repeat. Then I whisk them with a fork. Then I whisk them with a fork. Now you repeat my. I pour the eggs into the hot pan. I pour the eggs into the hot pan. Now you repeat. Did you notice the verbs? Crack, whisk, pour. These are specific cooking actions. Every time you cook, you can practice these verbs. Even if you're alone in the kitchen, describe what you're doing out loud in English. Part 3. Household chores. Making cleaning fun with English. Now I know what you're thinking. Tom, cleaning is boring. But wait, what if I told you that doing chores is actually a perfect time to practice English? You're moving around, you're active, and you can talk to yourself without anyone thinking you're strange. Let's learn vocabulary for common household chores. I need to vacuum the living room carpet. I need to vacuum the living room carpet. Now you repeat. The dishes are piling up in the sink. The dishes are piling up in the sink. Now you repeat. It's time to do the laundry. It's time to do the laundry. Now you repeat. Here's my secret technique. When you clean, pretend you're teaching someone else how to do it. In English. For example, while washing dishes, say, first I rinse the plate. Then I add soap. Now I scrub it clean. Finally, I rinse off the soap. Let's practice more cleaning vocabulary. I'll sweep the floor with a broom. I'll sweep the floor with a broom. Now you repeat. Then I'll mop it with clean water. Then I'll mop it with clean water. Now you repeat. Don't forget to empty the trash can. Don't forget to empty the trash can. Now you repeat. You know what's funny? In English, we have different words for cleaning different things. We wash dishes, we clean windows, we vacuum carpets, and we mop floors. Each action has its own verb. Let's practice a conversation about sharing chores. Can you help me clean the house? Can you help me clean the house? Now you repeat. I'll clean the bathroom if you vacuum. I'll clean the bathroom if you vacuum. Now you repeat. Let's work together. It'll be faster. Let's work together. It'll be faster. Now you repeat. Part 4. Living room activities and entertainment. The living room is where we relax, watch TV, and spend time with family. It's also a great place to practice English. Let's learn how to talk about common living room activities. I'm going to sit on the couch and relax. I'm going to sit on the couch and relax. Now you repeat. Can you pass me the remote control? Can you pass me the remote control? Now you repeat. Let's watch something interesting on Netflix. Let's watch something interesting on Netflix. Now you repeat. Here's a great tip. Change your TV settings to English. Yes, I know it might be difficult at first, but you can use subtitles. Start with English audio and subtitles in your language, then move to English subtitles, and finally no subtitles at all. Let's practice talking about TV preferences. What kind of shows do you like? What kind of shows do you like? Now you repeat. I prefer comedies over dramas. I prefer comedies over dramas. Now you repeat. This documentary looks educational. This documentary looks educational. Now you repeat. Now let me teach you something cultural. In English-speaking countries, we often say, let's watch TV, even if we're actually going to watch YouTube or Netflix on a computer. The phrase, watch TV, has become general for any video entertainment. Let's learn how to talk about other living room activities. I'm reading an interesting book. I'm reading an interesting book. Now you repeat. The kids are playing board games. The kids are playing board games. Now you repeat. It's too loud. Can you turn it down? It's too loud. Can you turn it down? Now you repeat. Part 5. Bedroom and night routine. As we end our day, the bedroom becomes our English classroom too. Your night routine is just as important as your morning routine for practicing English. Let's learn bedroom vocabulary. I'm changing into my pajamas. I'm changing into my pajamas. Now you repeat. I set my alarm for tomorrow morning. I set my alarm for tomorrow morning. Now you repeat. Time to turn off the lights and sleep. Time to turn off the lights and sleep. Now you repeat. Here's what I do every night. I think about my day in English. Before sleeping, I ask myself, what did I do today? What was good? What can I improve tomorrow? This simple practice helps your brain process English, even while you sleep. Let's practice describing problems you might have at night. I can't sleep. I'm not tired yet. I can't sleep. I'm not tired yet. Now you repeat. The neighbour's dog is barking loudly. The neighbour's dog is barking loudly. Now you repeat. Maybe I'll read until I feel sleepy. Maybe I'll read until I feel sleepy. Now you repeat. Part 6. Family conversations at home. Living with family? Perfect. Every family conversation is a chance to practice English. Even if your family doesn't speak English, you can practice by imagining these conversations. Let's learn common family dialogues. Mum, what's for dinner tonight? Mum, what's for dinner tonight? Now you repeat. Dad, can I borrow the car keys? Dad, can I borrow the car keys? Now you repeat. Has anyone seen my phone charger? Has anyone seen my phone charger? Now you repeat. These are real sentences that people use every day. The more you practice them, the more natural they become. Let's practice talking about household rules and responsibilities. Please don't leave your shoes in the hallway. Please don't leave your shoes in the hallway. Now you repeat. It's your turn to take out the garbage. It's your turn to take out the garbage. Now you repeat. Remember to lock the door when you leave. Remember to lock the door when you leave. Now you repeat. Part 7. Describing problems and solutions at home. Every home has problems sometimes, and that's actually good for your English. Learning to describe problems and find solutions is very practical. The sink is leaking. We need a plumber. The sink is leaking. We need a plumber. Now you repeat. The internet isn't working properly. The internet isn't working properly. Now you repeat. I'll try turning it off and on again. I'll try turning it off and on again. Now you repeat. That last phrase is famous in English-speaking countries. Turn it off and on again is the first solution for any electronic problem. It's so common that it's become a joke. Let's practice more problem-solving vocabulary. The light bulb burned out. We need a new one. The light bulb burned out. We need a new one. Now you repeat. There's no hot water in the shower. There's no hot water in the shower. Now you repeat. I'll check if the water heater is working. I'll check if the water heater is working. Now you repeat. Part 8. Weekend activities at home. Weekends at home are special. More time to relax and more time to practice English. Let's learn how to talk about weekend home activities. I love sleeping in on Saturday mornings. I love sleeping in on Saturday mornings. Now you repeat. Let's have a big family breakfast. Let's have a big family breakfast. Now you repeat. Maybe we should organise the garage today. Maybe we should organise the garage today. Now you repeat. Sleeping in means sleeping later than usual. It's one of the best things about weekends, right? Let's practice planning weekend activities. What should we do this weekend? What should we do this weekend? Now you repeat. Let's stay home and watch movies. Let's stay home and watch movies. Now you repeat. We could order pizza for dinner. We could order pizza for dinner. Now you repeat. Part 9. Home office and study space. Many people work or study from home now. Let's learn vocabulary for your home workspace. I'm working from home today. I'm working from home today. Now you repeat. I need to join a video call at 10. I need to join a video call at 10. Now you repeat. My internet connection is stable now. My internet connection is stable now. Now you repeat. Here's a tip. Even if you work in your native language, try to think in English during breaks. Describe your work tasks in English. It's great mental exercise. Let's practice home office problems and solutions. My laptop is running slowly today. My laptop is running slowly today. Now you repeat. I should close some programs. I should close some programs. Now you repeat. This desk chair isn't comfortable. This desk chair isn't comfortable. Now you repeat. Part 10. Cooking dinner. A complete conversation. Now let's put everything together with a longer conversation about making dinner. This will help you see how all these phrases work in real life. I'm getting hungry. Should we start cooking? I'm getting hungry. Should we start cooking? Now you repeat. What ingredients do we have in the fridge? What ingredients do we have in the fridge? Now you repeat. We have chicken, vegetables, and rice. We have chicken, vegetables, and rice. Now you repeat. Let's make a simple stir fry then. Let's make a simple stir fry then. Now you repeat. Can you chop the vegetables while I cook the chicken? Can you chop the vegetables while I cook the chicken? Now you repeat. Be careful with that knife, it's very sharp. Be careful with that knife, it's very sharp. Now you repeat. The oil is hot, time to add the chicken. The oil is hot, time to add the chicken. Now you repeat. Smells amazing already. It smells amazing already. Now you repeat. Should we add more salt or pepper? Should we add more salt or pepper? Now you repeat. Let me taste it first. Let me taste it first. Now you repeat. Perfect. Dinner is ready. Perfect. Dinner is ready. Now you repeat. Part 11. Emergency situations at home. It's important to know how to handle emergencies in English. Let's practice some important phrases. There's a strange smell. I think something's burning. There's a strange smell. I think something's burning. Now you repeat. Quick, turn off the stove. Quick, turn off the stove. Now you repeat. Should we call someone for help? Should we call someone for help? Now you repeat. These phrases could be very important someday. Practice them until they become automatic. More emergency vocabulary. The power went out suddenly. The power went out suddenly. Now you repeat. Where do we keep the flashlights? Where do we keep the flashlights? Now you repeat. I'll check the circuit breaker. I'll check the circuit breaker. Now you repeat. Part 12. Talking to yourself. The secret technique. Now let me share the most powerful technique for practicing English at home. Talking to yourself. I know it sounds strange, but it really works. When you're alone at home, describe everything you do. Now I'm walking to the kitchen. Now I'm walking to the kitchen. Now you repeat, I'm opening the refrigerator door. I'm opening the refrigerator door. Now you repeat, what should I eat for lunch? What should I eat for lunch? Now you repeat. This technique is called self-talk, and it's used by successful language learners everywhere. You become your own conversation partner. Let's practice more self-talk examples. Where did I put my keys? Where did I put my keys? Now you repeat. Oh, there they are on the table. Oh, there they are on the table. Now you repeat. I really should clean this room. I really should clean this room. Now you repeat. Part 13. Home technology and gadgets. Modern homes are full of technology. Let's learn how to talk about common devices and apps. My phone battery is almost dead. My phone battery is almost dead. Now you repeat. Where's my charging cable? Where's my charging cable? Now you repeat. The Wi-Fi password is on the router. The Wi-Fi password is on the router. Now you repeat. Technology vocabulary changes fast, but these basic phrases will always be useful. Let's practice more. Can you help me connect to the Wi-Fi? Can you help me connect to the Wi-Fi? Now you repeat. The smart TV isn't responding to the remote. The smart TV isn't responding to the remote. Now you repeat. Maybe the batteries are dead. Maybe the batteries are dead. Now you repeat. Part 14. Gardening and outdoor home activities. If you have a garden, balcony, or any outdoor space at home, that's another place to practice English. The plants need water. They look dry. The plants need water. They look dry. Now you repeat. I'll water them before it gets too hot. I'll water them before it gets too hot. Now you repeat. Look how much the tomatoes have grown. Look how much the tomatoes have grown. Now you repeat. Even if you don't garden, you can practice describing what you see outside. The neighbours are mowing their lawn. The neighbours are mowing their lawn. Now you repeat. I can hear birds singing in the trees. I can hear birds singing in the trees. Now you repeat. It's such a beautiful day to be outside. It's such a beautiful day to be outside. Now you repeat. Part 15. Pets and animals at home. Do you have pets? They're perfect English conversation partners. They always listen and never judge your mistakes. Come here, boy. Time for your walk. Come here, boy. Time for your walk. Now you repeat. Have you been a good dog today? Have you been a good dog today? Now you repeat. Let me fill your water bowl. Let me fill your water bowl. Now you repeat. Even if you don't have pets, you can practice with imaginary ones or talk about animals you see outside. There's a cat on the fence. There's a cat on the fence. Now you repeat. The birds are making a nest in that tree. The birds are making a nest in that tree. Now you repeat. I wonder whose dog that is. I wonder whose dog that is. Now you repeat. Part 16. Home improvement and DIY. Fixing things around the house? Perfect time for English practice. Let's learn DIY vocabulary. This shelf is loose. I need to fix it. This shelf is loose. I need to fix it. Now you repeat. Where do we keep the tools? Where do we keep the tools? Now you repeat. I need a screwdriver and some screws. I need a screwdriver and some screws. Now you repeat. DIY means do it yourself. It's very popular in English-speaking countries. People love fixing and improving their homes themselves. More DIY vocabulary. Let's measure before we cut. Let's measure before we cut. Now you repeat. Hold this steady while I hammer. Hold this steady while I hammer. Now you repeat. Perfect. It looks much better now. Perfect. It looks much better now. Now you repeat. Part 17. Hosting guests at home. When friends visit, it's a great opportunity to practice English hospitality phrases. Come in, make yourself at home. Come in, make yourself at home. Now you repeat. Can I take your coat? Can I take your coat? Now you repeat. Would you like something to drink? Would you like something to drink? Now you repeat. Make yourself at home is a warm way to tell guests to relax and feel comfortable. Let's practice more hosting phrases. Please have a seat anywhere. Please have a seat anywhere. Now you repeat. Let me show you around the house. Let me show you around the house. Now you repeat. The bathroom is down the hall. The bathroom is down the hall. Now you repeat. Part 18. Dealing with neighbours. Talking to neighbours is great practice because these conversations are usually short and friendly. Good morning. How are you today? Good morning. How are you today? Now you repeat. Sorry about the noise last night. Sorry about the noise last night. Now you repeat. No problem at all. No problem at all. Now you repeat. Neighbour conversations are perfect for beginners because they're predictable and repetitive. More neighbour phrases. Your garden looks wonderful this year. Your garden looks wonderful this year. Now you repeat. Thanks for accepting my package. Thanks for accepting my package. Now you repeat. Let me know if you need anything. Let me know if you need anything. Now you repeat. Part 19. Seasonal home activities. Different seasons bring different activities and vocabulary. Time to put away the summer clothes. Time to put away the summer clothes. Now you repeat. We should check the heating before winter. We should check the heating before winter. Now you repeat. Let's do some spring cleaning this weekend. Let's do some spring cleaning this weekend. Now you repeat. Spring cleaning is when people deep clean their homes after winter. It's a tradition in many English-speaking countries. More seasonal vocabulary. It's too hot. Let's turn on the air conditioning. It's too hot. Let's turn on the air conditioning. Now you repeat. The leaves are blocking the gutters. The leaves are blocking the gutters. Now you repeat. Should we put up holiday decorations? Should we put up holiday decorations? Now you repeat. Part 20. Creating your English home environment. Now let's talk about making your home an English learning environment. Here are practical tips. Label everything in your house with English words. Label everything in your house with English words. Now you repeat. Change your phone settings to English. Change your phone settings to English. Now you repeat. Listen to English radio while doing chores. Listen to English radio while doing chores. Now you repeat. These small changes make a big difference. You'll see and hear English everywhere. More environmental tips. Write your shopping lists in English. Write your shopping lists in English. Now you repeat. Put English quotes on your mirror. Put English quotes on your mirror. Now you repeat. Think in English during daily routines. Think in English during daily routines. Now you repeat. Storytelling section. A day in an English-speaking home. Now let's put everything together with a story. Listen to how all these phrases connect in real life. Sarah wakes up at 7 a.m. when her alarm rings. She stretches, gets out of bed, and walks to the bathroom. While brushing her teeth, she thinks about her day in English. What do I need to do today? First, make breakfast, then clean the kitchen. After that, work on my project. In the kitchen, she opens the fridge and checks what's inside. Eggs, milk, bread, perfect for French toast. She cracks 2 eggs into a bowl, adds milk and whisks them together. The bread sizzles in the hot pan, filling the kitchen with a delicious smell. After breakfast, she starts her chores. The living room is messy, she says to herself. I'll vacuum first, then dust the shelves. She puts on some English music and sings along while cleaning. When the phone rings, she answers cheerfully. Hello. Oh, hi, Mom. Yes, I'm just doing some cleaning. In the afternoon, she waters her plants on the balcony. You're growing so well, she tells her tomato plants. The neighbour walks by and waves. Beautiful day, isn't it? He says. It really is, Sarah replies. Perfect for gardening. As evening approaches, she prepares dinner. She chops vegetables, seasons the chicken, and sets the table. When her roommate comes home, Sarah calls out, Dinner's almost ready. Can you set the table? Before bed, Sarah reflects on her day. I spoke English all day, even to myself. I'm getting more comfortable. Tomorrow I'll try using even more new phrases. This is how you can live in English, even in your own home. Practice section. Building your own sentences. Now it's your turn to create sentences. I'll give you a situation and you think of what to say. Situation. You spilled coffee on the table. Practice saying, oh no, I'll clean this up right away. Now you repeat. Situation. You can't find your phone. Practice saying, "Where did I leave my phone?" Maybe it's in the bedroom. Now you repeat. Situation. You're making breakfast for someone. Practice saying, "How do you like your eggs? Scrambled or fried?" Now you repeat. Final review and encouragement. Let's review the most important phrases from today's lesson. For morning routine. Time to wake up and I need coffee. For kitchen. What's for breakfast? And something smells delicious. For cleaning. Let's tidy up and I'll do the dishes. For problems. It's not working and I'll fix it. For guests. Make yourself at home and can I get you anything? Remember, your home is your English classroom. Every room, every activity, every moment is a chance to practice. You don't need to wait for English class or find a conversation partner. You can start right now, right where you are. Here's my challenge for you. Choose one room in your house. For 1 week, speak only English in that room. Describe what you do, think out loud, and practice the phrases we learned today. Start small, be patient with yourself, and watch how quickly you improve. Recap and call to action. Today we covered over 200 phrases and expressions for using English at home. We talked about morning routines, cooking, cleaning, family conversations, and so much more. Most importantly, you learn that you can practice English anywhere, anytime, even when you're alone. Remember these key points. Talk to yourself in English. It's the secret to fluency. Describe your daily activities out loud. Label items in your house with English words. Change your device settings to English. Practice makes perfect. Even 5 minutes a day helps. If you enjoyed this lesson, please subscribe to Daily Dose of English and hit the notification bell. Share this video with friends who are learning English. Comment below and tell me. Which room will you practice English in first? In our next lesson, we'll learn English for shopping and going out. Until then, keep practicing at home. Keep talking to yourself in English, and remember, your home is your best English teacher. This is Tom from Daily Dose of English saying goodbye for now. Keep learning, keep speaking, and make English part of your daily life. See you next time.